What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Metal Massacre Fab Shop. Today's going to be a pretty special episode. I've got my wife out here and we're going to be getting her truck in just a second. So stick around and check it out. Alrighty, so right behind me, right out here is where the GMC is currently sitting, which is a 66 GMC, big back window short bed truck. Get Hillary in the seat and get her to drive her truck in here. Drive. It's like the Amazon out here is taking over this truck this summer. Roll this out of the way a little bit here. I guess I'm just going to try to come back with it a little bit. Sound good?
Sound good.
I think it still has a steering wheel in it and everything hooked up.
Will the wheels turn anymore? Jesus.
Oh, good Lord, have mercy. I don't know what we uncovered, but it's lethal. Let me redo these chains real quick. Go that way. We're gonna angle it like this.
Okay.
Ooh, give it all you got.
Got it. Goodness.
Keep on going if you can. Let me see if I can give you a little forward if that helps you.
Is that good?
Now try turning it. Any easier?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, Lord. Is this what you had in mind when you said you wanted a new vehicle?
Yes.
All right, so I know this truck in the light probably doesn't look like much to some of you guys, but to me, this is like one of the dream trucks. It's a factory short wheelbase truck, big back window. It's essentially pretty much rust free. The little bit of rust that it did have, the previous owner, he cut all of it out, which he actually cut maybe, in my opinion, a little bit more out than I would have on this truck, because he actually had some of the rockers and all that, and inner rockers, and everything still that he cut out of this truck. And in my opinion, I probably would have left them, but I'm not as picky as most people, I guess. As I said in the title, intro, and all that good stuff, this is going to be Hillary's truck. I put a poll up on Instagram and YouTube both and asked you guys what power plant you would like to see, and LS won on both of them. And I don't really like the LS's as my 64. I can't say I don't like them. It's kind of like you guys said on a couple of them. I mean, everybody's kind of doing that right now, but I want this thing to be a complete road trip monster. Like, I want to be able to get in this thing and we can just go wherever we want to. And an LS with like a 4L60 or 4L80 would definitely do that for us. So that's probably what's going to end up going in this, unless something else comes up pretty cheap. We've also talked about a 4.3 700R like I've got in the 92 OBS, which would also be a great road trip monster. But I don't know, let me know down in the comments. Maybe you can tell me what you'd like to see in this thing. Alrighty, so it's been a couple days. I drug Hillary back out here to help me. Tonight we are going to try to get this cab off and then kind of get this thing kind of set up to where we are going to want to start working on this project, because we are going to go from the frame up. So in getting this cab off, I'm going to be using this little rig that I kind of made for my 64. Whenever I was doing it, it kind of helps you get the cab off. Apparently Layla sees something out there. So this is the piece that I'll be putting onto my cherry picker here, or engine hoist, whatever you want to call it. Like I was saying, it's something that I made when I was building my 64, and it allowed me to get my cab off on my own. This is an extremely overkill piece of metal. It's a big piece of C-channel. Then I just got two pieces of, I think it's probably 1/4 by 2 inch flat bar welded, and then I'll show you here in just a second, but it just slides right through this cab and it allows you to lift it right off. smells like a skunk. Hopefully that thing don't come waddling up in here. If I remember correctly also, I think I put a clamp here to hold that back so it didn't want to tilt down. Let me grab one of those.
Ready?
Yep. Let's go on my pants.
You okay?
Yeah, keep going. Whew. Got her. So, like I was telling Hillary here, I should have centered this a little bit better. I was a little too far back. I don't know what I was thinking. But the firewall is definitely at the heavier end of the truck, so should have stuck that closer to the front A-pillar instead of where it is. Alright, let's try to straighten her out. Alrighty. We've got the frame here, the where we're going to be able to start stripping this thing down, kind of getting some of this old nasty stuff off here. I was telling Hillary just a second ago, looks like somebody was actually trying to lift this truck. There's a spring spacer down in here. What that does is kind of lifts your spring, but we're going to hopefully get a set of 3-inch drop coils for the front here, and then a set of 5-inch drop leafs for the rear, because this is the GMC. It is running leaf springs in the rear. After we get the frame all cleaned up, we're going to be using this Sweet Patina Blackout Rust Preventator. Haven't used it yet, but I've seen a lot of people doing it, and it does do a really good job. I'm excited. On the 64, we did, I think, Eastwood Rust Encapsulator Plus or Ultra something, I don't know what it's called, but it did a really good job. It's all staying pretty nice, and it's been in the rain a few times and all that good stuff. I'm hoping that this product, which I know it will, everything that Blake puts out is pretty awesome. His patina sauce and all that good stuff. Not sponsored by him, but he did let me try out a can of this, so much appreciated for that. Very excited to try it. So go check him out and check out his products if you don't care. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Drop a comment down below if you did.